report found that some of the problems go as far down as the youth soccer level. So how do you make sure that your kids communicate when something is wrong with their coach? Joining us to talk about that very issue is a teen parent coach and author, Vanessa Baker, who now works with Not My Kid. Vanessa, always great to talk to you, especially when we're talking about parenting issues. And I think about how parents and kids are so focused on sports in many cases. And look, I'm a sports mom myself, so I can't take myself out of that circle by any means. But let's talk about boundaries and where they should be, especially when we're talking about a coach and a player relationship.
Well, I've been thinking about this a lot, and I think that one of the things that we have to realize is that what we model in the home first is what they're going to put up with and not identify as a problem out there in sports.
So that's interesting. So it starts with us first as the adults and the parents as the model. Let's talk about the actual environment of sports itself, especially when you're talking about playing at an elite level, at the club level. I think that there are lots of kids and parents who might think, we have to endure some of this abuse in order to get playing time, in order to get seen by college coaches. What say you to that?
Yeah, it's really competitive, and I do have a lot of compassion for, kids having spent, since they were 3 or 4 years old trying to get that scholarship and get looked at and all of that stuff. I definitely understand that. But there's something about teaching our kids that they deserve respect that we can go harder on, I think, teaching them that.
Mm.
And also, they're less likely to talk to us at home and tell us the reality of it if we don't take them seriously. And after they've tried to talk to us, this is what I've noticed in my work and as a mother of 6 kids, if we don't listen, they'll end up showing us in their actions. So one thing parents can look out for is when kids are acting out and feeling angry and what parents would call disrespectful to them, they're probably trying to tell us something, and we're probably not really listening and getting it.
Mm. Well, Vanessa, what message would you have to those who are in positions of power, especially when somebody comes to them in sort of a whistleblower type of situation, who maybe fear reprisal, who maybe fear retribution for speaking up?
Yeah, I've often said about parenting, and it could definitely apply to coaching as well, or teaching, or any position of quote power. It has powerful, let's say, coaching has nothing to do with exerting our power onto other people. We can't go around being this tough guy and get the results that we want. So I mean, I would beg for humility, I would beg for honesty, but in the first place, I think that the culture of coaching is that tough guy mentality. And I mean, gosh, I really think that coaches and all adults need to do the inner work that we're asking our kids to do all the
Sure.
time.
Vanessa, you talked about, I just want to wrap this up and bring this full circle. You talk about modeling as parents first, how the behavior starts with us as parents. And at the end of the day, is any sport really worth your child's mental health? And as you address that, I also just want to acknowledge that there are a lot of great coaches out there who invest in kids. So thank you to those folks who do just that. But back to the modeling, is any sport worth your child's mental health?
Absolutely not. Kids, I work at Not My Kid, and we are hearing stories of kids overdosing on drugs, which they're using to cope and numb their feelings that no one's helping them deal with in many cases. We're hearing about kids who are dying by suicide all the time. Many times, these huge feelings of hopelessness that are coming inside of live inside of these kids are coming from being pushed and pushed and pushed. And it's not worth it. No, never, never.
Vanessa, thank you for this important conversation. I know a lot of moms and dads are getting their kids ready to head out the door for school and are watching this, no doubt. So again, thank you for the important conversation.
Thank you.